Is it time to sell down our shares, convert absolutely everything to cash, wait for the market to crash, and then maybe buy back everything again at a lower price and get better value for money? All right, let's talk about this. Let's think about everything before we go and press sell, because we want absolutely no regrets when it comes to achieving our FIRE goals. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Sugar Mama TV. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Canna Campbell. I'm a financial planner and I've been a financial planner for over 20 years. But more importantly, I'm someone who's really passionate about helping you have a greater relationship with money, but also build financial harmony in your life. I'm also someone who practices what I preach, in particular, investing. Now, in today's video, I want to talk about whether we should be selling down our shares. I've received quite a few DMs off my Instagram account asking about whether we should just sell everything because all of this talk of doom and gloom and markets is going to crash any minute now. And there are some really important things that you need to know and understand before you make a decision to make some changes to your portfolio. So let's break it down together right now. So the first thing you need to think about before you go and press sell is your goals. What are your financial goals? And have your financial goals changed at all? When you set those goals maybe a year ago or 2 years ago or 10 years ago, depending on how long you've been watching this channel, what were they really about? Was it about building passive income and the financial freedom, for example, from investing in shares and earning a living off your dividends like myself? What you should do is go back and read those goals. Have they changed at all? And if they haven't changed, perhaps you need to stay committed and dedicated to your investment strategy, because we all know that shares are a long-term investment. I say 7 to 10 years, but really, I would actually say 10 years, if not indefinitely, because that's your passive income supply. So sell that, you don't earn any dividends anymore. 2. Check your diversification. All right, if your portfolio is fluctuating around a lot, aggressively, and it's starting to make you feel really uncomfortable and nervous, selling or not selling isn't necessarily the right solution or the question that you should be asking yourself right now. Perhaps what you are seeing is a lack of diversification in your portfolio. The general rule of thumb is that you would have at least 30 different stocks in your investment portfolio. Now, obviously that number can reduce if you're using things like listed investment companies, which I love, or you're using exchange traded funds. But if you are seeing your value of your portfolio fluctuate enough to make you uncomfortable, now is the time to look at, well, hang on, how many ETFs do I have? How many listed investment companies do I have? How many individual stocks do I have? And then look at where they actually are invested. For example, you might have a whole pile of banking stocks. That would be a red flag to me to think, all right, perhaps I need to start thinking about adding more industries and other companies to my portfolio. So you look at transportation, you look at retail, you look at healthcare, you look at other industries away from banking so that you don't have all your eggs in one basket that is tied to, for example, the banking industry. Number 3, cash reserves. If you're feeling nervous about the market and the volatility, which is very normal and natural, we all get a little bit nervous sometimes, and that means that we genuinely care and are serious about our goals. Perhaps it is time to think about building up some cash reserves whilst everyone's talking about a potential market crash. Now, if you can start saving up some money aside, parking it away, if that market crash happens, or it might even just be a bit of a pullback, because there's nothing like the media to create a good story to get lots of clicks, potentially you have some cash ready to go that you can then invest in the market at a great price. This is something that can really help take the nervousness or the edge if you're feeling anxious. This is something I am personally doing. I'm building up a little bit of a stockpile, not a huge amount of cash, but when I have some surplus cash, I'm just pocketing it into a separate savings account so that if there is a big market correction or even just a little one, if I want to, I can use that cash to be able to buy the same good quality blue chip industrial stocks that I have in my portfolio. And I have great peace of mind knowing that I'm buying those stocks now at a bit of a bargain. And of course, I'm growing my long-term passive income stream. Number 4, educate yourself. Again, if you're feeling worried about whether you should be selling your share portfolio, with all this talk of, that market correction and doom and gloom and all those headlines, which are quite dramatic and making even the most sophisticated investor feel nervous, it is time to educate yourself. Remind yourself that this is a long-term investment strategy. Look at what's happened in history. Markets always bounce back. They take on average about 18 months to get back to what they previously were before a correction. But if you look at the long-term historical trend of the share market around the world, typically speaking, they have a trend line that is going up. And when you look back with hindsight, you realize actually they were great opportunities to be able to buy those same quality assets at a significant discount. And when I say buy those same quality assets at a significant discount, I'm also talking about the same quality passive income stream at a significant discount. So make sure you educate yourself. A brilliant resource that I highly recommend is Shane Oliver from AMP. He has I think it's every fortnight newsletter that comes out. It's free. You can hear his words of wisdom. He's a great sounding board, and he will make you feel so much more comfortable about what is going on in the market right now and what you need to be paying attention to and what you can just disregard. Another great book that I recommend reading is Motivated Money by Peter Thornhill. Peter Thornhill is my financial mentor. He's absolutely brilliant. He's someone that I know personally and someone that I absolutely adore, admire, and just a really kind-hearted person. But he's also a self-made multi-millionaire. He started investing in his, I think, if I remember correctly, in his early 50s, and he's retired with an investment portfolio of over $10 million and a passive income stream of over $500,000 a year. So he's worth listening to, and is most definitely worth reading his book, Motivated Money, because he talks about these crashes and how the media can be very toxic in getting in our ears, in our minds, and creating a reaction within ourselves that comes with a lot of regret. So educate yourself. And then number 5, turn down the noise. As I said, the media makes money with clicks on pages. So they use these dramatic headlines to catch our attention. And unfortunately, our brains are wired to click on those pages. The thing is, often those journalists writing those stories aren't actually that experienced or that qualified. So you are really playing with fire by relying on someone who actually doesn't have that level of financial education or expertise as even you might have yourself. So be very careful as to where and what you are listening to and where you need to turn down the noise. Now, personally, what I find is a great settler when it comes to these particularly scary or volatile periods in the share market. Obviously, I know that these are normal and natural, and I do actually get excited. But this is what I highly recommend everybody does if you're worried about your share portfolio and whether you need to sell. What I recommend you do is you look at your passive income. Look at how much dividend income you have earned off your share portfolio every single year. The key thing you want to look for here is, has this passive income gone backwards? Yes, the value of that portfolio from a surface level, one-dimensional point of view may be bouncing around like a yo-yo, but at the end of the day, has your passive income changed? Has it gone down? If your answer is no, that is obviously a great thing, and it shows you that the value of the particular stock isn't actually reflective as to the potential long-term income and growth of that particular asset. So, at the end of the day, if your goal is, like me, to build up a passive income stream, which for me is to build up a passive income stream of $200,000 a year, and I see that my portfolio has dropped in value by, say, 10%, 15%, even 20%, but my underlying passive income hasn't changed, or even better, it may have actually gone up. Should I go and sell those shares? Hell no. And perhaps as I build up this little treasure chest of cash, perhaps I can add more to my portfolio, that is, boost my passive income, but be able to buy those passive income assets at a discount if this volatility continues on. So follow these tips. And if you're still feeling nervous, let me know in the comments below, and I'll give you as much guidance as I possibly can, obviously under the banner of general advice, to help you feel reassured, educated, and empowered when it comes to achieving your financial goals and dreams, particularly around FIRE. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll be back here next Thursday. Ciao for now.